Hello everyone, welcome to your November 2024 astrological forecast. Before I begin, I would just like to remind you that if you are going to order any kind of chart services from me for like next year or as a holiday gift or something or other, it's a good idea to put in your order now. If you wait until December, I can't guarantee that your stuff will be done by like the end of the month or whatever, or in time for the holidays. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And a special thank you to my subscribers for your continued support, for liking, sharing, and commenting on my videos. And if you like this video and you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Okay. So anyways, in November 1st starts off with a new moon in Scorpio, okay? Then on the 2nd, Mercury moves into Sagittarius, okay? On the 3rd, Mars moves into Leo. And on the 11th, Venus moves into Capricorn. On the 15th, Saturn turns direct. Also on the 15th, also on the 15th, there's a full moon in Taurus, okay? Then on the 19th, Pluto finally moves into Aquarius for good, okay? And on the 21st, the Sun moves into Sagittarius, and on the 25th, Mercury turns retrograde in Sagittarius, okay? So be sure to check out my weekly forecast, which are now like daily shorts. Okay, so now for your forecast. Happy birthday, Scorpio. So there's a new moon in Scorpio on the 1st in your first house. Okay, your first house of personality and self. It's your personal new moon. It begins your like new year. Okay, from now up until November of next year, right? So the sun is still in your first house too up until the 21st, so you are the center of attention, and the new moon brings you even more attention at this time, okay? It is like your time to like make plans, whatever it is that you would like to do now and in the future, a new beginning. That's what the new moon brings, okay? So even if you don't get out and do something or, physically change something or other, you can make a to-do list, okay? Write down whatever it is that you would like to do, something new, possibly change something or other. But anyways, there's a full moon in your opposite sign of Taurus on the 15th in your 7th house, where you have the sign of Taurus. And the 7th house is your close relationships and partnerships, whether they're business, romantic, or friendship, and also the house of arrangements and agreements, open enemies, and competition, okay? So you've had the planet Uranus here, has been transiting for the past so many years, so you've had some pretty unexpected events happen, more or less, within your close relationships, okay? So this is just one more of those times with a full moon. Full moon does exist to bring problems to the surface, okay, or anything that's bothering you or your partner. So it can be discussed and then done away with. So this could occur within a business partnership or a friendship or even a romance, okay? So, this would be the time to get whatever off your chest, and that way, both of you can go about your business and go back to normal. Things could go back to whatever your normal is, okay? So on the 2nd, Mercury moves into Sagittarius, and then the Sun moves into Sagittarius on the 21st. Venus is still in Sagittarius up until the 11th, and then on the 25th, Mercury turns retrograde in Sagittarius, and this is all happening in your 2nd house of earned income and possessions, your investments, your personal values, but also your valuables, okay? And your sense of self-worth, right? And also the house of hidden talents, okay? So obviously, you are going after an increase of some kind especially like within your career, actually on the 3rd, okay, Mars moves into Leo and your 10th house of your career, okay? 10th house being your most public house and how you're known by reputation professionally and personally, but it's basically your house of your career. And Mars does really well here in the 10th house. It is a house of competition. You may be up for or interested in a promotion or a completely different position to begin with. It is some kind of leadership position or something that puts you in charge or oversees other people. You know, so that's something that could be going on here. If you are self-employed, then you would like be increasing your fees or changing the way maybe you do business to bring in a better amount or whatever for yourself. You know, maybe you weren't doing that all along, okay? So now would be the time to change things within your career to suit you more financially, okay, with all these planets in your 2nd house of earned income. And with Mercury here, it could be one of those, yes, the check really is in the mail, okay, especially when it turns retrograde is when more than likely it might show up, okay. You have Jupiter in Gemini in your 8th house, which is directly across from your 2nd house, so money should be, money or resources shouldn't be that hard to get at this time, okay. Jupiter's going to be here till like next summer. So even if you have to borrow money, you know, financial institutions are governed by the 8th house. So, you know, you would be okay. You would be able to do that if that's what you wanted to do at this time when you have all these planets in Sagittarius in your 2nd house. Okay, as far as that goes, though, again, with Mercury in your 2nd house, you could be waiting on money or something or other that is due you. It's yours already, or you should have had it, especially with Venus being here and up until the 11th still attracting things like money or Venus-related objects like luxury items, you know, adding to your possessions. This could be gifts of some kind. It could be like a pretty big gift that you know, you are really surprised by. Someone could give you access to whatever it is that they have, okay, money and or possessions and or resources, okay. So it could be a partner, you know, it could be a partner, it could be anyone. But again, when Mercury turns retrograde on the 25th into December, money that was supposed to be in your pocket or whatever that isn't, was delayed for some reason or other, might show up, might finally show up, or vice versa. You know what I mean? Like maybe you did receive the money that you were supposed to while Mercury is direct, okay, up until the 25th, but then suddenly when Mercury turns retrograde, more money comes in from some other source, whatever. Okay, then Venus moves into Capricorn on the 11th, and your 3rd house, that's where you have Capricorn. And your 3rd house is your neighbors, your neighborhood, your siblings, all the places you would possibly visit within your own neighborhood, your area. It's local travel, all forms of communication, including regular postal mail. So you could just find that you have pleasant conversations, or you run into people while you're out, maybe running errands, and you have a very, you know, like nice, pleasant conversation with them, or even strangers, you know, while you're standing in the checkout line, you know, at the store. You could also be invited to do some things within your neighborhood. And you could even receive like a nice birthday card, in the regular physical birthday card in the regular postal mail. Okay. Pluto does move into Aquarius fully on the 19th and will be there for about 20 years. Where you have Aquarius in your chart is your 4th house of your home and family, your personal life, where you physically live, your past, your childhood, and your private life. Okay. I will be doing a video on Pluto in Aquarius, so you listen to that for more detail. Okay, but I did want to mention that it does finally move from your 3rd house to your 4th house. And then Saturn turns direct, okay, on the 15th in Pisces, in your 5th house, where you have the sign of Pisces. You also have Neptune here at the same time, and it is still retrograde, but having Saturn turn direct in your 5th house of fun, creativity, romance, gambling, speculation, all forms of entertainment, games and sports, and anything to do with children. So Saturn does put a little bit of a damper on your love life, but it is good for creativity, believe it or not, okay? Because it helps you to stick with something that could be boring or tedious, or something that you have to keep redoing. You know, could be anything. But having Neptune here, even in retrograde, does bring about visionary kind of artwork, you know, really beautiful. We're talking, could be something like Salvador Dali type things, or Picasso, you know, something a little bit different. But whatever, when this planet turns direct, when Saturn turns direct, you know, if there was a slowdown in your creativity, you had a block, a mental block, or within a romance that I always say that it's nice and stable, you know that person is reliable, they bring about sobriety into your life, you know, but it could be boring, you know, it could be a pretty boring relationship or whatever, but you're satisfied with whatever's going on right now. Okay. Let's see. That's about it. Okay. So the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Scorpio on the 1st, 2nd, 28th, 29th, and 30th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Taurus, and those dates are the 14th and 15th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling, or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 10th, 11th, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. The best time for money is the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 16th, 17th, and 30th. The best time for your career is the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. And the best time for communication and travel is the 5th, 6th, 7th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. So I hope you enjoyed your forecast for November. Have a wonderful birthday and happy Thanksgiving. See ya.